Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today on Customer States What, we finally got our parts in for the 2012 Tacoma that lost power steering. Well, first and foremost, we're going to open up the new parts and inspect them to see if they're correct. I can tell you this much, that sticker is correct. Remanufactured. Well, you can tell it's been remanned. I've done car models that I painted better than this. So let's inspect our threads. We're gonna have to take these out and inspect them, make sure they're okay. Alright, well, let's take it up top and see if the racks are the same. Alright, now that we took it up top, we sprayed our PV blaster. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hopefully break these free and leave the tie rods in the car. Same on this side, but this side's a little more rusty. May have to get the Chinese hot wrench out on that guy. We're also replacing the lines because of the bursting that we had right there, giggity. And due to the flavor that is going into the rack. So yeah, let's crack some nuts free, and hopefully we can get everything out in one piece. Well, let's just hope we can get it out. Things have escalated. Come on, we gotta get things hot. Oh yeah. Cracked that free. Well, cracked it out the tie rod, didn't crack it off the freaking inner tie rod. So yeah, we'll work with that. How's this side? Is it gonna give me trouble too? Let's see. Oh, no, very good, very good, very good. Well, here we have the driver's side tie rod end disconnected. We have the passenger side tie rod disconnected. That's still warm. And now we gotta disconnect the steering shaft at the rack over here. So we're gonna have to turn the wheel to gain access to that. We might have to air chisel it off. We are reusing that, so we gotta be careful. Whoa, when I said, Jesus take the wheel, this is not what I had in mind. Not at all. Alright, we are in the driver's wheel well. We had to rotate the steering wheel to gain access to that bolt right there for the steering shaft. We're going to get that bolt out, and then we're going to have to rotate it another 90 degrees counterclockwise to get my air chisel in between them chinks. Spread them a little bit so we get that shaft out. Very good. Alright guys, since I don't have an air chisel long enough, I gotta get a regular chisel out, stick it up in here, and what we do is just try and spread that joint up. And what this does is it'll aid us in removing it, and it will aid us in reinstalling it once the new rack is installed. Very good. Well, things have escalated. I cannot get that one power steering rack bolt out because the AC compressor is right there stopping me. So what we have to do is we have to remove the AC compressor. I'm going to try and pivot it on the back bolt because it's mounted with 4 bolts. But now this AC line is stopping me from getting on this bolt right here. Now I got to figure that out too. Well, here's my struggle. We got the rack out, but had to do a lot more than I thought I would. See the support here? Well, we had to remove the one here. We had to completely dismount the AC compressor and let it hang. We cut the lines just so we can get them out because we couldn't get them out of the rack right here. And one of the techs informed me also, you got to remove the differential bolts because they stick out to about right here on each side, and that hinders any and pretty much all movement of the steering rack. What else? They also informed me that they order a new bolt, and to avoid taking out the compressor, they actually cut the bolt, and when getting new ones, instead of installing them down this way, you install them from the bottom up and put the nut on top, and that way you could avoid the whole AC compressor fiasco. What else? Oh, I had to use an air chisel with my long punch to remove the freaking steering shaft off the steering rack. Yeah, so I'm getting resistance everywhere. Wonderful. Alright, so we fished the rack in. We go in through the driver's side first this way, go that way, and push it in, and then push it towards the driver's side. Now before you put your steering shaft back on, always clean the splines out and check the U-joint. Move this to see if one way is seized or not. In our case, both ways are free. Now we're just going to apply some grease to the hole, and we're going to get that shaft on. Very good. Steering rack is in. Steering shaft is in. We're mounted here. Our front diff is mounted again. We just got to run our AC line back on this side right here of this bracket. Now we're going to install the power steering lines. Very good. When you had to get the Chinese hot wrench out, let's see, that's 67 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 438 degrees Fahrenheit just to get these nuts off. Those nuts, well, that one's just over 300, and that one, oh, that one cooled off. But yeah, that one, that's a hotsy. Alright, all the lines are mounted back up now. Compressor is fully mounted back up. Drive belt is back on. Only thing we have left is to attach one of the lines to the reservoir, fill the system, start the car, and bleed the system. Oh, yeah, wait. We also got to turn the wheel and tighten up the steering shaft bolt as well. Other than that, everything's going kinda according to plan. Very good. Well, all right. She gave me a little gurgle, so we added some more fluid, and now we're just bleeding out the rest of the air. Now the way to bleed it, once you get the fluid at level, and you can see there's still some air in the system, what you do is you turn the wheel all the way left, you turn it all the way right, you make sure you hit those bump stops on both ways, and then you recheck your level, because the air is actually a void within the fluid, so that level will actually go down after time. And sometimes you even want to shut the car off and let some of the air get to the reservoir, and then restart the process until you don't hear the pump growling and your fluid is at level with no air bubbles in it. Very good, guys. And if you don't know what to do, please like,
subscribe, hit that bell notification for further content.